To be feared is safer than to be loved. Niccolò Machiavelli wrote those words not as a villain, but as a man who saw the world without illusions, without mercy, without the comforting lies we tell ourselves about human nature. You want to be loved? Then prepare to be used, betrayed, and forgotten. You want to win? Then listen carefully, because today we open the most ignored pages of Machiavelli's work. The pages soaked in blood, in silence, and in truth. People think Machiavelli was evil. They're wrong. He wasn't evil. He was honest, and honesty about power, about manipulation, about weakness, is the one thing this world fears the most. Behind every smile is a weapon. Behind every handshake, a calculation. Machiavelli warned us. Men are ungrateful, fickle, liars, and deceivers. But we ignore it. We keep thinking, if I'm kind, if I'm good, if I show my heart, they'll protect me. The moment you show your heart, they know where to stab. That's the first advice no one wants to hear. Drop your innocence, or they'll use it as a leash. You think morality is your shield. It's not. It's a weapon others use against you. The one who screams justice the loudest is usually sharpening their dagger behind the curtain. Machiavelli understood. Morality is a mask, and the strongest survive by knowing when to wear it and when to rip it off. Mercy often leads to cruelty. Strange sentence, isn't it? But Machiavelli saw something deeper. When you refuse to punish, when you let evil pass unpunished in the name of kindness, you invite chaos. You reward betrayal. You breed monsters. The prince who hesitates becomes the corpse on the palace floor. Mercy is beautiful, in stories. But in the real world, mercy given too freely becomes a disease. It spreads. You let one enemy live. Tomorrow they return with 10 more. You spare one traitor. Others learn they can betray you too. Machiavelli's truth. Cruelty can be kindness, if it stops greater suffering. This is where the weak shiver, because they still believe the world plays fair, that good intentions protect you. But power laughs at your intentions. Machiavelli said, the prince must be both a fox and a lion. Why? Because the lion can fight wolves, but falls into traps. The fox escapes traps, but cannot fight wolves. You must be both. In a world ruled by predators, if you're only kind, you're prey. If you're only brutal, you're hunted by smarter beasts. The ones who rule are chimeras. They shift shapes, they charm, they deceive, they dominate, and vanish before the blade can touch them. Fox and lion, strategy and strength, deception and dominance. Appear soft, strike hard, speak gently, plan ruthlessly. This is not cruelty, it is survival. The world doesn't reward purity, it rewards precision. Machiavelli's most disturbing advice: it is not necessary to have all the virtues, but to appear to have them. Let that sink in. You don't need to be good. You need to look good. You don't need to be just look just. You don't need to be loyal, just appear loyal. Because people don't see the truth. They see the mask you wear, and when the mask is beautiful enough, no one dares look underneath. The modern world is no different. Influencers wear smiles while selling lies. Leaders give speeches while signing wars. Your co-worker praises you and prays for your fall. But the masses, they fall for the illusion because the illusion is comforting. And Machiavelli knew, whoever controls the illusion controls the world. When you must commit evil, do it in one stroke. This sounds monstrous, but it's surgical. People can forgive almost anything, if it's clean, fast, and decisive. Rip the bandage, take the throne, silence the threat, then give gifts, build peace, play the savior. The same crowd who cursed you yesterday will worship you tomorrow. If you write the story right. The weak stagger through 1,000 small betrayals. They hesitate. They drag out cruelty. And so they are remembered not as strong, but as monsters. But the master of power strikes once and writes history with the blood. Machiavelli saw it happen over and over. The noble king, betrayed. The honest advisor, executed. The kind general, humiliated. Why? Because goodness without power is a prayer, and power without ruthlessness is a tragedy waiting to happen. A man who wants to act entirely virtuously will soon come to ruin. You think people will admire your purity? Maybe, but they will use it first. They will step on your honor to climb higher. They will mock your mercy once they've tasted victory. The truth is brutal. Morality is powerless without fear to guard it. You are told, be good, and the world will protect you. But the world is a storm, and storms don't care who prays. They only respect who builds shelter and loads the cannon. It is much safer to be feared than loved. One of Machiavelli's most hated lines. Because it exposes a truth we all feel, but refuse to admit. To be loved, you must please. To please, you must bend. To bend is to become weak, and weakness invites enemies. Fear creates distance, respect, control. Love creates expectations, and when you stop meeting those expectations, they won't forgive you. They'll destroy you for it. People say, I want to be loved. But the moment that love requires boundaries, the moment you say no, they turn, and now they know your secrets. Because love made you open, vulnerable, unarmed. Fear doesn't betray you, because fear doesn't pretend. Machiavelli warned that perception is more powerful than truth. You can do everything right, make the best choices, lead wisely, sacrifice. But if the story told about you is wrong, none of it matters, because people don't follow facts. They follow narratives. Men judge more by the eye than the hand. Your enemies don't need to defeat you. They just need to redefine you, turn the warrior into a brute, the leader into a tyrant, the thinker into a madman. And if you don't control your own myth, someone else will. The world won't remember what you did. It will remember what it was told you did. The world pretends it runs on virtue, but behind every empire, every movement, every idol we worship is someone who understood what Machiavelli knew. Power doesn't flow from goodness. It flows from control, from illusion, from the willingness to do what others won't. You want to be remembered? Control your image. Control your story, and never, ever ask for permission to rule. Because if you wait for the world to hand you power, you've already lost it. In the end, it is not the most moral who rise. It is the most prepared. You were never too kind. You were never too soft. You were just afraid to become what power demands.